As you've just seen, this animal died instantly with one shot to the head using a .22 Magnum caliber rifle. What I want to do now is show you how to find the correct position to place that bullet. So it's very simple. Essentially you want to do an imaginary X from the eye to the opposite ear on each eye. So if you go like that and like that, where those two lines intersect is pretty much where you want to shoot them. Now as you'll notice on this one, I've gone slightly left of centre as we look at it. The reason I've done that is because on steers and bulls they'll have a hard bony plate right in the middle of their skull. So more often than not the 22 Magnum will not penetrate it, so I just go slightly left as we look at it, or right off centre where the skull is a lot thinner and it will penetrate quite easily. So what I'm going to do now is flip the skin off and I'll show you that hard bony plate where you can see in there and the difference in colour of the bony plate and the thinner skull. So there you can see it's a lot browner, it's a lot thinner. Right down through here it's very thin, and that hard white bony plate in there. You do not want to shoot them here right between the eyes, because that is just straight into the sinus cavity and you don't want to do that. So you just draw that imaginary X and get them in the middle and you'll be right. Slightly left or right of centre if it's a steer or a bull, and they will drop instantly just like you've seen them. So here's that same skull all cleaned up. We've got all the meat and gristle and stuff off it just to show you exactly where the brain is and the bone thickness. You'll see two lines on here. They're just bandsaw lines where I've cut the skull in half. That's exactly in half where that line is. This line I've gone right through where the bullet is, just to show you the thickness of the skull. So if you pull it away, clearly you can see there's a bullet hole and where the brain is. That's why you draw the X, and that will get you in the centre of where the brain is. If you go between the eyes, obviously you're just going to get straight into the sinus cavity. That's the sinus cavity there. So if you go too high, you're going to achieve nothing because it's just into the skull. So you can see here it's quite thick and bony, that bony plate. So if I take this off, you'll see the thickness of the skull is a lot less. So there's a bullet hole there, and it's a lot less and less of bone to go through to get into that brain cavity. That's why I go slightly left or right of centre with a steer or a bull. With a cow or heifer it's not usually a problem. So I've got another skull here on an older animal that shows you it's just a little bit bigger and thicker. So there again you can see it's quite a lot thicker. So if I turn it up, you'll see the actual brain goes up into here, so it's a lot thinner, there's less bone to go through. So if you just follow the process of drawing that X between the ears and the eyes, you'll have no problems at all.